Hey everybody, I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I wanted to go over the weekly assignments for you and things to look out for. So your reading this week is Chapter 4, Costing and Pricing for Transportation. Chapter 9 is Third-Party Logistics. Chapter 10, Transportation Risk Management. And then Chapter 11 is Global Transportation Execution. As usual, you have the weekly discussions. So let's go ahead and go look at those. Scroll down to week 3. And this week we're going to be talking about port security, because after 9/11 we had airport security, we had a lot of security in other modes of transportation, but the ocean-going freighters were still bringing containers into the country, and not all of them were being inspected, and not all of them are still being inspected. So we have a couple videos for you to view and answer some questions on containerization security and port security. And these videos are, I will admit, a little older. The professor should take his own advice and make sure that his references are current. I don't know why I'm speaking in third person, but anyway. So just make sure that you view the video. It's still pertinent, but I will have to go through and see if I can update these videos for the next go-around. Okay, so go ahead and answer your questions for the week as we have been doing. Like I said, I try to answer the questions within a 2-day period. If you want to answer them all in one day, that's fine. Just make sure you have the 3 separate posts after that. You also have a case study this week. It's case study 11-2, As the Blade Turns, on page 396. So read the case study, answer the 4 questions at the end of the case study, and make sure that you're answering the questions and you're incorporating the terms and information from your weekly reading into your answers, showing me that you have done your reading, you understand what you're reading, and you can apply it. Make sure that there's a title page, your in-text citations, your references are on a separate page, no abstract needed, and your paper should be at least 250 words. And it should be on a Word document in Times New Roman, 12-page. And I have you doing this because I want you to get used to doing this. We're going to be doing a lot of writing for your upper level courses. So I want you to get used to this. And you also have it for your internet research project, which I'll talk about next. So go ahead and make sure you read the case study and answer all the questions involved. For the Internet Research Project this week, you have provided me your references. I've been looking them over. The one thing I would say is, in the directions last week, it did say that you must provide references dated 2015 to the present. Some of you are finding some references that are older. I really don't want to look at those because they may be outdated and not applicable to today. As we know, technology has changed very quickly, and transportation and logistics have changed drastically just within the last 4 years. I don't even like going back to 2015, but I need to make it doable for you. So 2015 and present. So be careful with that this week. So by now you should have started your rough draft. Make sure you get that completed and submitted to the OWL by Sunday. And then once the OWL reviews your paper, they'll send you back an email with 2 forms attached, because when you submit it, and I'll show you this in just a second, you have to submit the submission form as well as your rough draft, which should be in a Word document. In APA format for them to read and review. So when they review that and they send it back to you, what I need you to do is open those 2 attachments, save them to your computer, and then I'll show you how to upload them Well, you upload them right here. You go to Internet Research, and then down to wherever you save them to. If you save them to your computer, save them there. If you save them to the cloud storage, you can go right here, browse cloud storage, find them and attach them. So once you attach the document, for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to use one of my old ones. So I double clicked on the Word document that I wanted to upload it. It says that it's attached. If it's the wrong one, you can hit do not attach and go back and look for the right one. And then after that, you're going to, there it is. Hold on just one second. Right here, down below, there's a submit button. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with the OWL, click on Home up in the right hand corner. Scroll down to My Organizations. All students should be enrolled in the OWL already. And you should see Kaiser Wright's Online Writing Lab 19SA. And even though we're in, what now, SB, go ahead and click on this. If you don't have this, there's a tutorial video on how to add this to your organizations. So go to Program Resources, find that tutorial video, and it'll show you how to add it. But for those who want just to go quickly, just hit Organizational Search, put Kaiser Wright's Online Writing Lab, find 19SA, and hit Go, and add, and that will add it to your organizations. Okay, so once you're there, click on the Writing Lab, and you want to submit a paper. Now, before you get started with anything else, you need to fill out the OWL submission form. So it downloads. Wait for the document to open. Okay, so the document downloaded. You'll need to click on Enable Editing, and then you're going to fill out all the information. Put in your email, your home campus, the course title and number. So in this case it would be TRA 3035, my name, the assignment due date, which will be week 4 Sunday, and then the assignment instructions. So you can go ahead and copy the instructions from the week 3, week 4, week 2, week 1, whichever one, they're all the same, the instructions, and copy and paste those here. Tell them if English is your first language or not, and then tell them what your writing strengths are, what your weaknesses are, just as it says here. And once you have all of this filled out on this submission form, save it to either the cloud or your computer, and you should already have your rough draft saved. Then go back to OWL submissions. I'm going to click on that, and same thing with when you add something, you're going to either browse My Computer or browse cloud storage wherever you saved it, and you're going to attach it. And in this case, you should have 2 documents attached. You should have your rough draft attached, and you should have your OWL submission attached. And then once you have that, you'll come down here to Submit and hit Submit. And then you should get a confirmation email letting you know that your submission's been received. They'll have 24 to 72 hours to review your paper, send it back to you. They're really good about reviewing and getting it back to you in a timely manner, usually about 24 hours. So then you'll get it back, like I said, open the attachments, save those, and then upgrade them, upload them to your week 3 area. And go back. Okay, so for week 3, You're going to open those two attachments, save them to your computer or to the cloud, and then again, you're going to come down here, browse my computer, browse cloud storage, attach it, and submit it. Alright, that's the assignments for this week. And you also have, that's it. I want to say that's it. I haven't looked at the midterm yet, so I don't know how everybody did. I'm going to do that later today. And yeah, that's it. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Utilize the OWL. The one thing I will say about the OWL that sometimes students do is they submit it because it's a requirement, but then they don't incorporate the changes that the OWL has suggested into their paper. Well, what was the sense in submitting it if you're not going to incorporate the changes? So make sure that when you submit your final draft, that your changes have been submitted or incorporated into your final draft before submitting. Alright, you guys have a great week, and again, let me know if you have any questions.